We're getting closer and closer to springtime, and that's when people think about maybe doing some renovations, some redesigning, things like that. And that's kind of what we're talking about today, designing a room and designing with a purpose. Sarah, you got to start small and work your way up.
You do. And you know, sometimes we can become overwhelmed because we think we've got to get all these elements at one time.
Right.
And you don't. So
Okay.
I always say, let's just keep it simple. So, okay, so we've got our sofa.
All right.
All right, so the first thing we want to think about is maybe some lamps.
Yes, you need lighting. That would be a key element. So let's bring in some lamps to create the space even further. So not only did we add the lamps, but I see you added some greenery as well. Tell me about that.
Right. Well, you notice the lamps, they kind of mimic a little bit of the design in the pillows. And that's a good little contrast if you want to add a design look to your space. It's just a great look for this sofa. Also, I just did a little pop of greenery that had a little bit of red in it, and it just adds a little bit of, you know, excitement to the room, as well as just a simple greenery piece to the front. And greenery is actually one of the most inexpensive ways.
Sure. So that's a great tip if you're looking to cut costs, but also do some neat designs. And that one kind of ties the room together too, because that red kind of matches with the couch a little bit as well. Now, another thing you can do is artwork and mirrors. We have a mirror right here.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because artwork can bring a lot to the space too. So let's say you got your sofa, so lamps, artworks, and greenery. If that's all you can budget in at that moment, those are three main things that you want to focus in on.
Now, when we talk about that, we talk about the mirrors. You see this mirror here, but as we take a look around Barrow's here, plenty of different mirrors throughout the store, plenty of different lamps throughout the store, different greenery pieces as well. So many different selections for you to choose from there. Once you have all that in place, what are some of those final pieces?
Some of the final pieces you want to think about are like your rugs, and then your accessory pieces that personalize your space, you know, that really accents who you are. And so, you know, maybe get a journal book, and like if you cut some things out, pictures you see, and make notes of things you're looking for, and when you go to a store you can present that, and that helps.
And I really like your whole concept with this is starting kind of from nothing though and building up. You don't just gather a bunch of stuff and throw it all together and hope that it works. Kind of take a minimalistic approach, and as you add, you can get more creative along the way.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt the pocketbook so much either.
That is right. All right, so some great tips for redesigning a space or designing a space here at Barrow's. Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Thank you, Joe.